Man, question number 3. I love this one. I came up with this one. All right. So, why are women allowed to have preferences about men, but men can't have preferences about women without facing backlash? I already got my answer for this, but go ahead. Somebody.
Me?
We'll start with you.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I guess when men just come off so aggressive and rude, like when they're just
And women don't.
like.
Just go back to the emotional part that I was talking about earlier.
I don't know. I feel like everybody should. I mean, everybody does have their preferences. It's not a good or a bad thing. It's just how you say it. I guess.
I feel like y'all gonna get triggered regardless, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
it just depends on when it comes back to knowing your worth, like knowing your worth and knowing who you are. If you're triggered by something that somebody else is saying, like, I don't know. I've had kids, so I have stretch marks. Yeah. And if somebody's like, "Ooh, stretch marks," okay,
baby, stretch marks is sexy.
Okay.
Let me tell you,
like you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah,
you know, you can't. You're okay. You don't like stretch marks? Goodbye.
Ain't nothing wrong with tiger stripe.
Goodbye. Like
I agree with you as far as you got to come with respect with it. Yeah. Like, of course, some men can get out of line, but I've seen women can get out of line too. Like,
yes, they can.
When it comes to certain preference, if that's your preference, that's your preference. And I'll be honest, men are cool with it. They see the game. They see how things have switched. They're like, okay, that's what our women want. They want somebody with the bag. They want somebody who's 6 feet. They want who can do this in the bedroom. It's like, okay, bet, cool. That's the game. This is what we want. We get backlash. It's like, dang, why can't I, because you don't agree with what I want, my preference. Like, why is that an issue?
Personally, for me, I don't think it's an issue.
Well, and we understand you personally, but like we speak a lot in generalities here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, why, as far as like in a masses perspective, why do you think women feel this way?
And it comes back down to the disrespect. To me, honestly, whenever guys like, if the girl's like, no, I'm not like this. I'm not interested in this. Mm-hmm. They don't. The people I've dealt with haven't stopped. Like they keep pushing it.
Yeah.
And then that's when it comes to the point of like, that's when I get disrespectful.
I got you.
Let me intervene.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, I can't hold this one real quick. All right. So boom. So all right, I'm not the tallest man in the room. Clearly.
He got triggered when I said that. I knew when I said that height thing, I was like beefing to go in.
No, go ahead. Look, before you said it, I already had it. But here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal. You just mentioned aggressive. And men can be aggressive and rude, and well, let me tell y'all, women can be too extremely disrespectful.
I've been there. I've had to.
Extremely. Well, I know I met you that way.
Yeah, you just say that. Yeah. That is true.
My man, she laid my man out that day. I remember, like, oh my God, Anyway, and he was sitting there, he was smiling, taking it. She was mad because another girl, he found out he dated her and dated somebody else at the same time. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either. So
anyway, we can leave it. We can leave that out of here. But anyway, so here's the thing. I've seen people on social media. I'll give a good one. What do you call a man under 6 feet? A friend, right?
Okay, I saw that too.
Huh? So I see that a lot. If he ain't 6'2", if he's under 6 feet,
stuff
what do you call him?
You have no control over.
No control over. But let me tell him. Let me. If I walk up and tell a woman, yeah, you need to leave. You need to lose 50 pounds. Cancel culture.
Bro, it's over.
It's over with. I'm done. I'm 6 feet. Shoot, not 6 feet, 12 feet. Okay, whatever. As close as I can get to the Earth's core. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy to me. Is that we like I made a Facebook status a couple years ago, right? And I said, and I was really just doing this it was funny. I was already trying to just test the waters and see what people say. Even though a lot of me did say that this is what I wanted, and I'm not the same about it as I am now, but I said I want a woman with a college degree or some form of higher education. When I tell you I got the backlash of a lifetime,
that's wild.
It went crazy. Like people in my comments that know that we would never date because I consider them like family was on my head crazy. I'm getting messages on my messenger like, Oh, so does nursing school count, or
They were triggered by
there's
something.
there's
Yeah.
some
Something triggered
type
them. There
of
was an insecurity,
yeah.
something,
Uh-huh.
because
some
must
some
have
type
made them
of
insecure.
certification. Like, does this count? Does this count? I'm like, I mean, yeah. I mean, it made me feel good because obviously I ain't ugly. If you sitting here trying to ask me whether or not you qualify,
Do you qualify?
I feel like
you qualify
maybe-
from my expectation. But I'm
Yeah.
just kind
Do
of
you
like at
feel
the end
like
of
it
the
was
day.
for validation?
It
'Cause
might
some
have it,
women-
it
women
might have
would
been
put
it might have
things
been
for
for validation, but I had several women I know I could go get with in a heartbeat that were like, hey, like they were trying to test and see if I would ever step their way, and maybe question some of you question why I haven't stepped their way before. But at the end of the day, like I said, like a lot of women will get upset over things that they can help, but still be offensive to things that a man can't help. Like we're talking about either the height, talking about penis size. I mean, women have a tendency women have a tendency to hit below the belt, but to hit them with
Yeah.
something that they can actually control, action that they can feel.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of women be going off on the deep end. It's like you can control that, but then you sit here and make fun of. I ain't growing another inch.
It's crazy. It's like out of the three things, 2 out of the 3 things that y'all want men can't control. Their penis size and they height. You know what I'm saying? You can't control that. Now the bag, yeah, you can control. Get off your butt. Go get that bag. You know what I'm saying? We can control that. But it's just crazy how like certain requirements or preferences, it's just like men, not all men can fit there. Only a certain amount of men can fit there.
Right.
So-
right. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Yeah.
Just a
I
weird
feel
double
like-
standard.
I feel like the reason why it's a problem because a lot of people are sensitive and they're not comfortable with themselves because I really don't care what a man has to say to me. I'm comfortable within myself, and I know that some people may think I'm really beautiful. Some people may think that I'm really ugly. Some people may think I'm too big. Some people may think that I'm too small. So I feel like it just comes, the people that get really offended by it is because they're not comfortable within themselves. Because when you're comfortable, like there's nothing nobody can say, like you said earlier, like you know that you're pretty. I could look at you and be like, "No, girl, you ugly. You should have just put some makeup on or something." But like that probably wouldn't hurt you just because you already know, like, girl, bye. Like I'm cute, I'm fine, I look good. You know what I mean? So it just comes. I just think that people just need to be comfortable within themselves and just go after what you want.
And if you get turned down, don't take it personal.
Yeah, right.
Like just okay,
I'll laugh at
you
it.
don't want to. Let me go over here. Just-
Okay. Oh, you
Right.
don't like me? Guess what? Another person
Yeah,
will.
Exactly.
Look, I might not be your preference. You not my cup of tea either. It just wasn't meant to be. It
Yeah.
might be somebody else meant for you. But I totally agree with that.
Right.
That's real.
It comes back to the emotional part, like I was talking about. It's just women versus men as far as emotional, and I've seen it because I feel like we're kind of living in a generation where I'm not against women getting successful, being successful, and doing what they're supposed to do, and being out in front and leading in certain ways. I have no problem with that. I've gone to a female-led church. Probably 2 out of the last 3 churches I used to attend where the woman was the pastor. So I have no issues with women leading. It's just, what are you leading with? Are you leading with emotion? Are you leading with logic? Are you leading with your intelligence? Are you leading with the bigger picture, not the smaller picture? So I think when a lot of these reactions come, I think that the smaller picture, the inner, like you said, insecurity is what comes out. So because you guys are more emotional, insecurity, latch it on with emotion, backlash. I'm mad at you for something because you're not attracted to what I'm already insecure about. And so men, whenever we come out with it, society tells us, oh, we're too emotional. Oh, we can't express how we feel. Or we can't have our preferences because you're supposed to cater to us in certain ways. Like, nah, let a man be a man. If this is what he wants, this is what he wants.
I was just gonna say I gotta let my man lead, baby. I gotta let him lead. But that's on me.
Yeah, it's on you.
Go for it.
Okay, so I would say people like what they like. You know, if you like what you like, you like what you like. Like, I might not be for everybody. Somebody might think I'm the ugliest thing on earth. And to this next person, I might be the beautifulest thing. You know, but I feel like this, like what she said, like it goes with respect to like how you come at a person. Like a lot of these guys have became like very, very rude, you know?
Very.
Yes, like, girl,
Like aggressive.
disrespectful. It be like, where is this coming from? I had to tell somebody off. I'm like, you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm not going to deal with that. Like, I dealt with an abusive marriage. So after that, it was like, hey, I had to put my foot down. You know what I'm saying? Once you had, it's like at that moment, I became like a low version of myself. So it's like, I would never go back to that. So anybody that comes to me has to be respectful. It has to go both ways. I'm not going to disrespect you. I don't like arguing. I don't like doing none of that stuff. So if we can't, you know, respect each other, we just don't need to be around each other. But I feel like this, like me
that respect factor is huge.
Yeah, I feel like this, whatever people like, you shouldn't get offended by what they like. Like, hey, some men like BBW, some men like them, you know? Like, what's that movie with Monique when she married an African prince or something?
I know, I forgot the name of the movie.
Yeah, he came. Yeah, but his preference was bigger women.
Bigger women.
Yes. And it shows right there. People just like what they like. Whatever makes you happy. Sometimes it might be a spiritual thing. Me, I look at a person spiritually. If you cannot guide me spiritually, we cannot be around each other. We cannot be together. We can't do none of that. I don't want you around.
I see you've been talking a lot about God. Are you Christian or?
I don't put no
religion
on it because like what he said, Willie Lynch, you know, all that stuff come from that, you know? But I'm just spiritual. Like, I'm free. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power, but I'm free.
Good for you. Good for you.